Let's talk about Ben Saraf, the guard from Israel, played at Ratiopharm Ulm this past season. He's a lefty guard who likes to get downhill, score around the basket, and from that mid-range area. He's a playmaker. He can really create opportunities for his teammates to score. We'll get into the stats here in a little bit. He's a really good passer, guys. That's the number one thing that jumps off the board for me when I watch Ben Saraf's tape. And please like this video. It really helps us grow here on YouTube. Helps the algorithm here. He's really good at creating space in that mid-range, those elbow areas where he likes to get those pull-up jumpers off. He's got good deceleration to create a little bit of separation for himself around that rim paint area. And he's got a really good handle when he's under control. Like the ball and him, it moves like a string when he's under control. There are times when he's a little bit out of control, and that leads to turnovers. But for the most part, he's an outstanding pick and roll operator, and he's got a really good understanding of angles and timing. Now, for some of the negatives on Saraf, he's not a good shooter right now. He's just a bad shooter. Now, could that improve? Potentially. I don't think the form is bad by any means, so I do think there is the way for Saraf to improve as a shooter, no doubt about it. He can get downhill, but he's not a great finisher. He's not the most, well, I don't want to say he's not a great finisher. He's like an average finisher is what I would put it at. There are times where his lack of explosiveness can work against him, but he also has shown from that mid-range area and with his deceleration that he can create separation despite that. And so I think it's an area where we're going to have to see whether he can develop that, because there are guys in the NBA who are not necessarily the most athletic but can use their IQ, angles, deceleration, etc. to create that space and separation for himself. And defensively, he's got good size. He's about 6'5". So he can defend his position, but he's not a great defender by any means. I think he's like a solid team defender is where I'd put Saraf as of right now. Statistically, for Ratiopharm Ulm, which has become a little bit of a factory over these past handful of years with Killian Hayes, Pacome Dadier, and Juan Nunez as recent draft picks from Ratiopharm Ulm. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1.3 steals for Saraf. The issues, statistically, I would say the 2.5 turnovers per game, not great, but also not terrible for a young guard playing in a professional league. Not bad at all. 78% from the free throw line gives me confidence that his three-point shooting of 22% can improve. He did shoot a fair amount, so it does say that he has confidence in his jumper. But it's not necessarily something right now where you look at it and say, yes, that's definitely going to translate. So to me, it's interesting. I don't see him necessarily talked about in the same way as guys like an Egor Demin or a Kasparis Yakuchonis, but to me, there's no reason why he shouldn't be. And I think he's a clear first-round talent. Somewhere between 10 and 20 is where I expect him to go in this year's NBA draft. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Until next time, peace.